Here our next concept, resistivity. It is denoted by the symbol rho. On deriving the Ohm's law, we define the resistance as R is equal to L by A sigma. Here L is the length of the conductor, A is the area of that conductor, and sigma is the conductivity. Conductivity can be expressed as sigma is equal to n E square tau by m. In this expression, n is the number of electrons present in per unit volume of the conductor, E be the charge of the electron, then tau is the mean free time, and m is the mass of the electron. Here it is constant for particular material. Okay. In this equation there is no any dimension. For example, there is no length, there is no area, there is no volume. So conductivity does not depend on dimension. Okay. Listen. We know the reciprocal of conductivity is known as resistivity. It is represented by the symbol rho. Then rearrange the first equation as R is equal to L by A into rho. Okay. Here L is the length of the conductor, A is the area of the conductor, rho is the resistivity of that conductor. Okay. Suppose I consider a conductor having unit length and unit area of cross section, then the resistance is equal to resistivity. We can define resistivity as is defined as a resistance offered by the conductor having unit length and unit area of cross section. Okay, the SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Okay. By the knowledge of resistivity, we can classify the material as conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Okay. If the resistivity of the conductor is always low and the resistivity of the insulator is always high, and the resistivity of the semiconductor is intermediate between conductors and insulators, can be represented as, okay, the resistivity of the semiconductor is greater than conductor but less than insulators. Okay. Students, today we see a new concept, resistors in series and parallel connection. In this video we will find the effective resistance of the resistors that connected in series connection as well as in parallel connection. Before going to the video, we will see what is a resistor, then what is meant by a resistance. Okay, resistor. What is meant by resistor? Resistor. It is a device that offers resistance, is known as resistor. Offer resistance. Resistor is a device that offers resistance. Then what is meant by resistance? We know very well. Resistance is a net opposition offered to the current flow by the material. Okay, it is a net opposition offered to the current flow by the material, is known as resistance. Depending on this resistance, the appliances will consume energy. Okay, if resistance of the appliances is more, it consumes more energy. For example, electric heater. We know very well, all the electric heater consume more energy. because the electric heater resistance is more. Okay, here in this video we will find the effective resistance of the resistors that are in series and parallel connection. RS is the effective resistance of the resistors that are in series. RP is the effective resistance of the resistors that are in parallel. Let us consider the resistance R1, R2, R3 are connected end to end. Then this connection is known as series connection. Here R1, R2, R3 are connected across the same potential difference, then it is said to be parallel. In a series connection, the flow of charge across each resistor is same. So there is no accumulation of the charge at any resistor. Charge is same, so current also same. Here the current flowing across R1, R2, R3 is nothing but I. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Here I is same, but the resistance of each resistor is different. So the potential drop across R1 is written as V1, that is equal to I R1. Then potential drop across V2, that is equal to I R2. Then the potential drop across R3 is V3, that is equal to I R3. The applied potential difference is equal to potential drop across R1, R2 and R3. We know V is equal to I RS. RS is the effective resistance. Okay, substitute in the above equation, then V became I RS, that is equal to V1 became I R1 plus I R2 plus I R3. Simplifying this, we get an expression RS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Here RS is a effective resistance. See, here in this case, the effective resistance is always greater than any other individual resistance. Okay, this is the effective resistance relation. This can be stated as, if resistors are connected in series, the effective resistance is equal to sum of the individual resistance. Okay, then we come for the next one, parallel connection. Here R1, R2, R3 are connected across the same potential difference. So the current flow across each resistor will be vary. Okay, here the current flowing in the circuit is I. This I is splitted as I1, here I2, here I3. In this case, potential difference across each resistor is constant, that is V is constant. Okay, according to Ohm's law, we know V is equal to IR, then I is equal to V by R. Here, by the law of conservation of charge, then the current I is splitted as I1 plus I2 plus I3. Here I1 is a current flowing across the resistance R1. So I2 is a current flowing across the resistor R2. Like that I3. Okay. We can write I1 is equal to V by R1. Then I2 as V by R2. Then I3 as V by R3. We know this is RP. We know we can substitute these four equations in the major equation. Then I became V by RP, that is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Cancelling the V in right and left, then we get a final expression 1 by RP is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. This is a expression for effective resistance. for the resistors that are connected in parallel. This can be stated as, if resistors are connected in parallel, the reciprocal of the effective resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistance. Always in this case the effective resistance is less than individual resistance. Due to this reason, some important connections are connected in parallel. Okay.